Yo, how's it going everybody? It's DJ Sketch and welcome back to the channel. And today we're looking at one of the games I really did not expect to see this year, another Tony Hawk game. And seeing as how the last two entries were some of the possibly worst in the franchise, and also considering that the contract between Tony Hawk and Activision itself was dissolving, I thought the series in general was over. But lo and behold, the Birdman is back with the whole crew in tow in its entirety, and even a new batch of pros in the mix. We're looking at Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 Remake today, and this is legit a solid play, even for those that don't skateboard but can still appreciate the arcade score attack style of action that this game is going to offer you. Developed by Vicarious Visions, this is the same team that did the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance ports way back in the day, and published by Activision. Graphics wise, this is a remake of the first two games in full while running on the Unreal 4 engine, and it looks sick. It's interesting to see that they kept all the character models of all the riders the same as they would appear today, and it's tight considering that most of the skaters in this game are all still actively ripping. The levels are all back with a few new additional objectives and a fresh coat of paint. The levels are vibrant and highly detailed renders of all the classic locations. The shading and environmental effects are also a huge step forward compared to the former as well. Shadows and lighting effects are also really nice here, and also the amount of customization is still rather robust, allowing you to equip unlockable outfits for each rider, while also being able to buy items so you can make your own combinations before setting out in the streets. Sound wise, we've got a pretty good mix of things here too, with updated sounds for the environments and the actual sounds of the skating itself. Grinds and slides sound really satisfying along with the pop of the board. We even got some updated gestures and voice lines from the skaters themselves that differ a little bit from the original, as minimal as those were. The soundtrack from the first two games is also mostly here and well, except for 3 songs that are missing, which were B-Boy Document from the High and Mighty and Unsane's Committed. And in its place is actually a slew of whole new tracks by the likes of American Nightmare, Skepta, Machine Gun Kelly, just to name a few. So in short, the sound department is mostly gas here. Gameplay wise, it's a mixture of controls between Tony Hawk 3 up to Underground, with the revamped level designs and aesthetic of Tony Hawk 1 and 2, which means the double tap flips and manuals are here along with reverts and freestyle tricks. The combos are seemingly only limited to how fast you can put the inputs through and keeping your balance, so you can feel free to try whatever wild tricks you can imagine. Each rider has 3 stock special moves along with a deep bag of tricks by default, so this has nearly endless replay value in trying to go for the next insane high score. This was a surprise in many regards to how fluid everything felt and how it responded. And also, couch co-op and online play are also available and work surprisingly well. Vicarious Visions did a great job with this, and it'd be tight to see Tony Hawk 3 levels maybe somewhere down the line. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 is a solid grip right now as far as releases for 2020, and since at the moment this is as close to real skateboarding as I can get, I'm beyond impressed with how well the final build came out. Because even if you don't skate, you can still appreciate this game, and if you want something to play while waiting for the next big tickets for the last quarter, this one is definitely worth picking up. And depending on the retailer, will run you about maybe $30-40. So Tony Hawk 1 and 2 Remake gets a 9 out of 10 and comes highly recommended to anyone looking for an arcade style skateboarding game. It's a little less grounded in realism, and alongside Skater XL and Session, skateboarding games are on fire right now, and it's rad to see so many options out there again, because you really haven't seen this since the late 90s, so this is cool to see so many things out there. Thank you again for checking out this video. If you find these reviews helpful, that's awesome. I'm glad you can use it as a resource, and check back. We'll have more commentaries and reviews coming out soon. So until then, stay safe out there and take it easy.